Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Glory Hunter. We're back today with a huge episode as we take on Lazio and Inter Milan to start off today's episode. We start off with a repeat of the Coppa Italia final of last season, Lazio away from home. Obviously a huge derby in real life, and it's a massive game here. They're only 7 points behind us. You can see from the table there, it's ourselves and Inter who are the two that I would say challenging for the title most. We're in the snow here in Rome. Obviously, it's a huge game. I said we're away against Lazio. Obviously, both play at the Stadio Olimpico, so it's kind of a home game. But we've made a few changes. We've got a strong lineup out there. We need to start off the episode with a win. Forza Roma, let's get the job done. Trying to keep patient, Lazio, but keep giving the ball away. Cristante has been ridiculous over the last couple of weeks. Great ball into Martins. It's on his weaker right foot and it's wide of the post in what has been a very tight and cagey game here at the Olimpico. Tight angle for Martins, drags it just wide. Martins, strong tackle, gets up again. Martins, oh, it's wide, high and wide from Martins. He's not quite at his shooting boots on today, did really well, and then we've seen him score from that sort of range already this season, but not quite working out for him today. Zaniolo, Molina's gone down the right. Looking for Tammy at the back seat. Oh, what a header, Tammy. What a great goal that is. Molina storming down the right-hand side as he does. Just floats it across and Tammy gets above Malo Gusto. Maximiano doesn't do particularly well with it. And Tammy Abraham powers his header into the side netting and we lead by a 1-0. With Inter losing, this could be huge. Oh, ball through. Felipe Anderson 1-1. It's not Felipe Anderson. I'm not sure who that is. Took it brilliantly. And Lazio held on and held on and held on at 1-0. Scalvini gets a little bit unlucky, then loses his man. And it's a fantastic strike across Edouard Mendy. Stante's ball in, looking for Tammy. Oh, it's just wide. There's a chance that for Tammy. Gets up above his man and can't quite direct it into that top corner. Might have just clipped the crossbar as well. And we're going to have to settle for a point here at the Olimpico against Lazio. First derby della Capitale of the season. And it ends in a 1-1 draw. So then, guys, it's time before we get to this huge Inter Milan game. A lot of stuff going on in this episode. It's time for the Champions League last 16 draw. First time we've made it to the knockouts, and we will face we're going back to London, and it's against my boys Chelsea. That is a big tie, that. So just a quick look at the Premier League table. You can see Chelsea are sat in 5th at the moment, having a decent season. They're in the hunt for the title, just 7 points behind. The current leaders West Ham, with Leicester City in 2nd. Alright then, this time we're in the rain at the Olimpico. It's the big one, the one you've all been waiting for. Inter Milan, top of the table clash, 1st versus 2nd. Let's get out there, see if we can get a massive win and potentially boost our title hopes even this early in the season. Well, Chukwueze switched off. Spinazzola. Ooh, pushed away by Onana, and then he kind of managed to grab it and hold on. Martinez, fantastic save. Edouard Mendy tips it over. First real chance for Lautaro. And Edouard Mendy is called into action. Great save, that. Corner's played in, flicked on and off the line. Keeper would have had it covered. Oh, Inacio. Oh, that is a let-off. Oh, that is a big let-off. Brandt. Brilliant ball. Oh, big save, Edouard Mendy. Corner for Inter will be the last chance of the game. It's whipped in, headed on by Brandt, and Mendy saves again. And that highlights package is going to be very short because that was not a very interesting game. The most anticipated and probably the most boring of the season. As it did against Juventus, it ends 0-0. And despite us being very, very good this season, we've not really beaten any of the top teams apart from Milan. Drew with Juve, drew with Lazio, drew with Napoli, and now drawn with Inter Milan as well. 0-0 here at the Olimpico. Right then guys, next up in the league, we've gone from playing top of the league Inter Milan to bottom of the league Salernitana. Away from home, I'm expecting us to find this pretty comfortable. We beat them pretty easily last year and, well, you can see it's pretty tight in the Serie A at the moment. Only 6 points separate the top 6. So I'm saying it's between ourselves and Inter, but actually there's a lot of teams in this title race. Well, we definitely need to get back to winning ways in this one. We've been pretty poor over the last few games. Here's Pobega driving into the box, deflected, and finds the back of the net. One of the players brought into the side today, Tommaso Pobega, opens a scoring inside 4 minutes. Absolutely huge deflection. Keeper's already diving for it, comes off the knee and into the roof of the net. Nonto hits it. Oh, great strike on his left boot. Push behind for the corner. Martins probably shouldn't be on it. It's whipped into that near post. Good patient build up again from us here. Martins on the run. Looking to get it on that left foot. All one-way traffic at the moment. Nonto. Nice little spin. Comes inside again. Keeper with another big save. And he's keeping his side in this. Nonto's on the run again. Lovely bit of skill. Peg back to Stefan El Shaarawy. And again the keeper claws it behind. Just can't quite find that second goal yet. But here goes El Shaarawy. Should be 2 and is on the second attempt. Keeper with another save, but palms it straight out to the Mohawk magician. And he's still got something in the tank. Contract expiring come the end of the season. Will likely be snapped up on a free by somebody for next summer, but still got a part to play here. Kept alive here for Salernitana. Inside. And Mendy forced into the save. Still only 2-0 here. Game's not over just yet. Now here's Zaniolo, back heel to Pellegrini, another brilliant save by the keeper. Pellegrini's ball in, Zaniolo, another save by the goalkeeper. Again, Pellegrini delivers, this time it's cleared, only as far as Inacio hits it, deflected and over the top. Just cannot force this ball home. Zaniolo again, off the crossbar this time. This is ridiculous. Tammy, he's onside. Was made to sit on the bench for this one, but wants a goal of his own. Abraham gets his goal. And finally we have our third. Salernitana have done really well in this second half to keep it at 2. But Tammy with those fresh legs makes them pay. Cuts inside 1. Burst of pace and then bang, great strike, and that's why he's our top scorer this year. 3-0 win and comfortable in the end, but 19 shots in the game with a 5.4 xG. We definitely could have had more than 3 in this one, but a win's a win, putting the pressure still on the teams at the top. And it's time to head into the January transfer window. We're flying through this season. Right then, sim against Hellas Verona here. Should be a banker. We're very, very strong, pretty much full strength. But you know what happened last time we simmed a winnable home game? We lost 3-2 to Sassuolo, so hoping for a better result here against Hellas Verona. Tammy, it's 1-0. Lovely stuff. Back amongst the goals again, Tammy Abraham. Oh, brilliant equaliser for Hellas Verona. Similar to what happened in the Sassuolo game where they turned it around on us. We need to stop bottling leads. Dybala, Tammy, it's 2-1. Tammy again. Oh, saviour. He's been fantastic this season. Ball through Zaniolo, 3-1. That should be game. Zaniolo back amongst the goals, and that was a much needed third. Messi, Tammy, it's 4. Slammed home for his hat-trick. The scoreline doesn't really reflect the game. We have been good in the second half, but to be fair, 4-1 is very, very generous. But the win is all that matters in these sorts of games, getting the job done. Milan also win as well to keep the pressure up. But we'll jump into this Venezia game. Another game against a team down the bottom. So I'm thinking that surely eventually we're going to have a run of really tough games. Right then guys, after that Salernitana game, obviously the sim against Hellas Verona, we now face 19th placed Venezia. So I've made a few changes, but again, strong team as always. Match day 20, let's go out there, set a marker, get the job done. Should be mopped up by Varane. Oh, he's got himself in a right old pickle, Rafa Varane. And Mendy bails him out. Still not clear. And this time Varane does make the interception. Better football from Roma. Valentin rides the challenge and will win the free kick here. And Paulo Dybala's over it. It's Dybala. Weak. Nice build-up from Venezia. They're just lacking that finishing touch at the moment. Can they find it here? Possibly. Mendy with the save, and again. And we are that close to going a goal behind here. Can we make it count? Dybala, Martins. Oh, he's put it over. He's just come off the bench, and it's a huge miss from Jonathan Martins. We just cannot find the breakthrough in this one. Now we can bring it away. Got runners. Martins. Dybala just about gets through to him. Still Dybala. Hits it. Good save by the keeper. Let's see what it meant to him. Pellegrini's ball in. Hanko's up. It's off the bar. So close to his first goal. Pellegrini. Hanko. Just roll it through. Dybala. Martins. Oh, we just cannot get the ball in the bloody net. Tammy. Round the corner for Martins. Back to Tammy. Drilled across Pobega. What a save. Get Martins in the box. It'll be Pobega to deliver. Martins flicked on and the keeper saves. 0-0 for the third time this season. This time it feels like points dropped. Fair play to Venezia, they did really well. We couldn't break them down, couldn't find that goal. And they come away from the Olimpico with a point. You can see from the players' reactions, it's a big 2 points dropped. Oh guys, Stefan El Shaarawy has agreed a deal with somebody. I'm not sure who. I don't know why we're walking him out, because he's still at the club for another 6 months. But Stefan El Shaarawy will be leaving Roma in the summer. Where's he gone? Auxerre of France on a free. And I don't mind him leaving, but obviously we'll have him until the end of the season and we'll make sure to give him a proper send-off. Next up is Empoli away, and they are also struggling towards the bottom of the table. This time it needs to be a win. Pellegrini hits it from range, and there's our goal, and it comes from the captain. This is some strike from Pellegrini. Runs onto it and bang, just absolutely leathers it. The keeper's quite far over the other side of the goal, but he just rockets it into this top corner. Pick that out, keeper. There's our goal. We lead 1-0. Much, much needed. Done really well here, Empoli. Inaccio's had to check. Ball inside. What a save, Edouard Mendy. And Empoli nearly back on level terms. They'll have a corner. It's played short. Now to the edge of the box. Trying to work their way inside. Which they've done really well. And Mendy again is forced into the save. Dybala. Martins. Dybala again. As Pellegrini with him. Bursts into the space. Lorenzo 2-0. The captain is delivering. That is what it's all about, Lorenzo Pellegrini. When the team needs him, he is there to deliver. Bends it past Vicario to make it 2 just as the pressure was mounting. Still not playing particularly well out there. Pellegrini getting forward really well in this one. Tammy through to Destiny. Pegged back to Pellegrini for the hat-trick. That is fantastic from the captain. As I said when he scored his second, just as we needed him, he has stepped up. Has Martinez kept himself on side there? He has. Pigs it back. Ryan gets a foot in, but that ball's on through the middle. And there's Empoli's goal, and you can't say that they do not deserve that. 3-1. Shot comes in again, and Empoli aren't done here. Empoli are not giving up on this. Looking for Nonto over the top, got there. Saved by Vicario. Didn't think Nonto was going to get there. Pokes it towards goal. There's a final whistle. We didn't really create anything in that second half. And Pellegrini did the damage for us in the first with that hat-trick. Didn't play particularly well, and Empoli were quite unlucky not to get anything. Right, first round of the Coppa Italia has been drawn. We are at home to Brescia of the Serie B. I'm really not fussed about the Coppa Italia, obviously, as we have already won it, so we will be simming that game. No real big hitters at the moment, so you'd expect all the usual suspects to get through. It'll be the final game of today's episode to close out the month of January. So guys, next up we've actually got the Italian Super Cup against AC Milan. Obviously the league winners against the cup winners. Annoyingly, it falls in the middle of the season, which to me is just pointless. It should be like the English Community Shield and played before the season starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sim this, and I will probably jump in at the end to either see a trophy lift or try and recover if we're losing. I'm really not fussed about it. It's not part of the Glory Hunter save, so we'll see if we can get the win just to keep morale going, but not really very important. Chance for us early on here. Zaniolo gives us the lead after 4 minutes. Go on, Nicolo. Tammy driving into space, hits it. It's 2-0 after 10. Where has this come from? Maybe I should just sim every game. We might actually play better. Put ourselves in a great position to win the Super Cup here and get one over on AC Milan. But here's a chance for them. It's 2-1. Joey Veerman with the goal. A ridiculous start to this Super Cup here. Destiny, great run. Zaniolo, what a brilliant goal. Molina did brilliantly there. Zaniolo restores our 2-goal lead. Oh, what on earth have I just seen from Ibanez? What the fuck is that pass back to Mendy? We've just given them an absolute gift of a route back into this game. Nonto, Tammy, great build-up, is 4. Looks like we're going to get the job done, but what was that own goal by Ibanez? Well, we've jumped in just to see the trophy lift. There is the final whistle. Couldn't get my subs on, annoyingly. I made subs in like the 75th minute to give players a rest and couldn't get any of them on. There it is, the Super Coppa trophy. As I say, it's not something that we need to win for the Glory Hunter save, but it is technically another trophy in the cabinet. Pellegrini will lift it in front of the Roma fans. And it's, as I say, Not one that we need, but definitely one that we'll take. Let's move on to the next Serie A game. Weird to win a trophy mid-Serie A season as well. Alright then guys, last played game of the episode. Matchday 22, Genoa at home. In a game where AC Milan have actually played and won to go top of the league. So we need a win to return to the summit. I'm hoping we're going to get it as Genoa are 18th and we're at full strength once again. Let's go out there and get a comfortable victory, please, to end the episode. Forza Roma. Dybala could do with one himself. Still, Paulo Dybala hits it. Oh, it's a cracker. It's off the bar. Tammy to force it home. Pure brute strength from the Englishman. Dybala's effort was so unlucky. Tammy just kind of keeps it alive, and then it just falls for him 7 or 8 yards out, and he absolutely buries it past the keeper, who had no chance. Tammy, our top scorer, back at it again. Zaniolo will fall to Tammy. Looks for Zaniolo. Gets it down and hits it. It's off the top of the crossbar and over. Great effort from Zaniolo. Zaniolo's on the move. This is a brilliant team build-up. Zaniolo forces it over the line, and it is 2. Zaniolo through to Tammy. It's 3. And now we're starting to find the goals again. Really nice team build-up, and Abraham finishes. Oh, Dybala blocks the keeper's clearance. Zaniolo will get there. Tammy. It's into Dybala, it is 4. Brilliant pressing from Paulo Dybala. And now he's got his goal. Closed the keeper down. Forced him into the error. And it is 4. Dybala has his goal. Messi, great hold up. Martins on that left foot. It's 5. Back amongst the goals, Jonathan Martins. Lovely assist from Lionel Messi. And Roma themselves are back at it. Oh, Martins could be in again. It's a poor effort. That'll do it. It could have been a lot more, to be honest with you, but 5-0 is pretty resounding. And we will return to the top of the Serie A table to end the episode off. We have got, well, look at those stats. We have got the Coppa Italia last 16 game to sim just to end off the episode. So we'll quickly sim that and then have a quick look at the standings as well. Ball inside, and this time it is 1-0 Brescia. Van der Louis with the goal. Valentin straight up the other end equalises. 1-1. Brescia from the corner. Oh, it's 2-2. Jonathan Martin scores a worldie in the last minute. We do not deserve that. Surely we're not going to shithouse it. Oh my god, we have. Nonto surely wins it with just a few minutes to play. We have been battered in this one. But we are into the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia once again. You can see the rest of the results here. As you would expect, it's absolutely no surprises. I think the Coppa Italia has been drawn, and we will face in the quarterfinals Atalanta, who we smashed 8-0. But again, I don't really want to get to the semi-finals. It's another 2 games in the calendar. And in the Serie A, it is a very, very tight at the moment. It's now ourselves and Milan out in front, both on 51 points. Obviously, Milan trying to retain the league. It's looking like it's going to go down to the wire. Teams sort of dropping in and out of the title race. We've been there all season long. So still a long way to go. 16 games to play. We are absolutely flying through the season. So we'll be back very soon for some more Glory Hunter. So if you have enjoyed, please smash the like, and we'll be back soon. Peace.